Hello. Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day. However, the greeting and salutation is in that moment for you right now, today. I just wanted to make sure that I just came on and say, hey. um, but no, seriously, hopefully everybody is enjoying their read. Um, if you have not already gotten your copy of Surviving Tough Times, please, you still have time. You can go to Amazon and you can get that. We're going to do it right there from that moment, um, as one focal point as of today. However, if you're in the Philadelphia area, there will be a signing coming up the second Saturday in June. So I think that's June, I want to say 12th at like 4 p.m. The information will be shortly followed. Um, but I definitely know if you do already have your book, you can bring it. That way it can get signed. If not, I will have books on hand so that if you need to get one to be signed, then you can get one to be signed. Whatever the case may be, I want to invite everyone out for the occasion. I want you to be able to experience the misunderstood moment in us all where we just really, really are able to remove mask and just be exactly what God intended us to be. Just breathable creatures that we're doing it together. We can't do it without each other. The whole nine. So the book is definitely the first step in all of us because I believe that what's going on now is we really want to march. We really want to do something. We want to stand for something. But individually, a lot of us are still scarred in some way, or we haven't completely healed through something, and that something is that thing that could be keeping us from our next or keeping us from our best because we don't want to be whatever that something is. And now is about that time where we can get past the I don't want to be that something, but I need to be that something because there's little ones that are associated to me, or little ones that are watching me, or little ones that I am responsible for that now are depending on me to get this right. So, because of the fact that they're depending on us to get this right, that's why it's so, so, so important that you go and you run and get your copy. That way, you can start however which way you want to start. What I want to do is offer the opportunity so that once it is actually in your final and you have your finished thoughts in it, I, I offer you the opportunity to come so we can discuss it. I really believe that the first part, like I said, is just you and God figuring it out. It No one is here to tell you whether it's right or wrong, because trust me, I have heard so many different things about what it could be, but then they have nothing to do with what God has called me to be. So in that case, it's like you really just don't know. So go through it, do each day. Go through it. I mean, even the days that I'm saying like write down 25 things. Even in my own brain, I was thinking, girl, I'm not doing that. But trust me when I tell you, it was easier to write down the 25 things. Um, Now, I'm not going to lie. The first day, I think I only came up with like 10 or 15. But I was diligent to the day. And I was like, okay, I know I'm going to make sure that I at least get 25 in. It's good to say that I have 50. I can say now, not then, now. So trust me when I say, like, just start start in your own way, start in your own increments. The reason why I'm saying that is so that it can really manifest into your life, and that's real. Because you do know, like, when you just be cramming to get stuff in and do it, whatever, like to get the grade, like, it really doesn't work. Or I should only speak for myself when I say that. But when I did a whole lot of cramming and just being able to just hurry up and get it done because this is the grade and it's due tomorrow, so I better hurry up and get it done. Like, there used to be a moment in me where that was okay. Now it's almost to the point where It's really just an unacceptable situation because at the end of the day, you might ask me a question and you might not know. So then it's my obligation to know or my duty to know. If I say that this is what I want to do, then now I have to be at least prepared to do what it is that I need to do. So I want to make sure that I'm available for you. I want to make sure that you understand that I'm available for you. The reason why I'm available for you is because sometimes people just need to be understood. And that's real. I mean, and I can honestly tell you, I understand what it feels like to not be. Wait, I know what it feels to not be and actually be all the way damn sure right on the money. How about that? But there's a light in the beauty of all of it because each and every one of us is uniquely different. And when we begin to embrace that uniquely different about each and every one of us, that literally becomes the thing that keeps us together. Like your uniqueness is why we vibe the way that we do. You know, it's weird because I always tell people, like they say, the opposites attract. Opposites do attract, but understand something. Opposites attract, like when you talk about batteries and shit. I mean, yeah, with science and everything else, but opposites attracting are, I don't know. You have to be attracted or something. Something has to be able to connect you. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it like, only thing I can tell you when they say opposites attract, I think batteries. I do. I think batteries, and I hate to tell you, but the first thing that think after the battery is how do you test the battery? You put it in your mouth to see if it's sour, and then most batteries is sour. So ew. No, opposites attract. I don't want an opposite. I want someone that's like me. Not so much like me, but I want you to understand exactly what it is that we've been called to do and how we're supposed to be going about doing it. And that is to come and talk to you. That is to make myself available for you. That is to be whatever you need me to be in that moment so that we can get to an understanding to make it easier for you. Because truth be told, it is really only about your perspective, like and how you perceive it to be. Because most of the time, like a person that takes offense to stuff, most of the time when a person is offended, it's really whatever. It's not the person. It's not the fault of the. It's not the fault of the person that is the supposed giver or the supposed offender. It is the fault of the person that is carrying that fence, that picked it up. A lot of people don't understand that, but I don't understand how. Well, I do now because at first I didn't. I swear I didn't, because people used to make me check my own self. Swear, people used to make me check my own self because people used to say I was so mean and nasty. I said this, that, and the other thing, and then I made them feel like this and that. And I'm thinking, well, damn, I did all that. I'm serious because I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be any of those things. But like, if you see things, you're supposed to speak up on them. You should speak up on them. The problem is we live in a world where we stopped speaking up on things. We stopped speaking up on things a long time ago, and we really should have never stopped. But now that we have stopped, it's time to start speaking back up. The last thing I need for somebody to tell me to do is be quiet. What do you mean be quiet? You be quiet. You know how long we've been quiet? That's what's wrong. We can no longer just be quiet. I'm tired of seeing stuff look raggedy and ain't nobody saying nothing. Are you serious? I'm not gonna turn on another damn TV channel so you could tell me a story that I already damn sure know, and then you gonna tell it wrong like I don't know, I already didn't hear it. Now you're making me question my own damn self. That's not normal, people. We don't have to continually do this. The reason why I'm saying it like this is because we do it and we don't even realize that we're doing it. If you pay attention to some of the stuff that comes out of your mouth, you sound stupid. Just why would you even say it? And I understand because you heard it on the news. Jesus, scary. To the point where it's like, well, are we thinking while being programmed? Or have we completely cut our thought and just receiving program? don't know what to do. I don't know what to say because no, I know what to do. I know what to do. I want to go everywhere. I want to come to every city. I want to come to every state. I want to go to every place that you think that you are. Every place that you think that we're not supposed to be, I want to show up there too. So if you got a place where you think that we're not supposed to be, you need to let us know right away so we can get there first. Because the one thing that we will do is take over all corners of the earth. Why? He told us to go through all the nations, preach this gospel, preach this word, and let everybody let it all be known. Whatever raggedy you got is gonna come out in the light. So you might as well come on out here and let it shine, so that we can do this better for our babies. But people realize nobody is even digging the fact that if you stand up with me, I'm not even talking to you. I mean, I'm talking to you, but I'm talking to you for them. That's underneath us. Not below us and beneath us, but those that stand below our waist. The little ones. You know, the ones that they say the children are our future. We have to teach them well and let them lead the way. Those babies. When I see them now today, I just I always try to engage the children. There's something about engaging the children that is very important, especially in this time. Especially with all of the dumb stuff that's coming through our televisions. Especially with the fact that we don't realize that we're being programmed. Especially because the music that we're listening to, we don't even realize that it is sending so many subliminal messages that it's almost pathetically sick. Like, for real, if you want to listen to the radio, you want to listen to the music, that's fine. But go to church. Get connected. Yeah, I said it. Now, somebody just got mad because I said, go to church, and church is me. Whatever, however you need to say what it is about church, get connected. Find an anchor. Have one. Because if you don't have an anchor, you will get lost. And I mean that. And I mean that wholeheartedly. I lived that life. And I'm telling you, the only reason why I'm still here, standing here today, is because when I started in the church. My anchor was strong. And my anchor held tight. It didn't allow me to drift far off to the point where I got lost. So trust me when I'm telling you, it's not always going to be great. It's not always going to be peachy. But damn it, if you want them to live a regular life and you think that this right now is fine and everything, then you need to go back to church. And I'm speaking to the people that grew up with me, the ones that don't go back to church, the ones that haven't gone to church because you made a decision that you didn't want to do what you used to do because when you was a kid, you didn't want to do it. So now because you was a kid when you didn't want to do it, now you as an adult don't feel like doing it. And now your kids don't even know what the hell to do when it comes down to it. So there was a point and the reason why we went to church and not wanting to do what we wanted to do, but still had to do it. Like I explained that to my son one day, and I think he looked at me like I was dumbfounded. I told him, bro, let me tell you, the best thing that I ever did was I learned how to do what I didn't want to do and look like I liked it. Now, in somebody's world today, that's, because we have all of these opinions, you have the right to do this, and you don't want to do this, and you choose that you don't want to do this. So we say, go ahead and choose that's all right with you. You don't want to do it, so we don't let you do it. However, like I said, I wasn't that privy. I wasn't that privy. So like I told him, the best thing I can tell you is you better learn how to do the things that you don't want to do, but look like you like them. And then when you think about it in life, it's like go to work. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like go to work, go to the meeting, go to the gym, anything that you really need, you know what I mean? Because you don't really want to do that stuff. The difference is there's some things that people really, really, really want to do. And it just seems like the things that people really, really want to do is cause harm, cause trouble, cause malice, like be deceitful and conniving. I don't understand it. It's like we are choosing to do this. We are choosing. I know that they say that the devil is real. I know that they say that the enemy is here and everything. And I say, what is it? Hell. Anywhere where God is not, right? Anywhere where God is not. If it get hot, you already know, right? But anywhere that God is not. So that means that when we're sitting around and we're having these weird old conversations and no one has like anything positive to say, no one has anything that can gear you back towards the mission at hand. We got to be able to find the source from within. We have to be able to know that we are the source. That's the whole point of the surviving of tough times, so you can understand that everything that you need is in you. It's everything that you need is right there. And guess what? He also put you in places and put you with people that become just exactly what it is that you need to succeed. The difference now is, are you ready? Have you prepared? Have you done your due diligence in whatever it is that you're going to accomplish? Because, well, that's what they said. Faith without works is dead. I learned that a long time ago, but then I didn't even realize it until like when it came down to the book and stuff, and it was like, okay, well, guess what? The book is coming. It's coming. Oh my God, but wait a minute. Hold up. Once the book gets here, what are we going to do? So then that's when it was like, okay, well, I don't want to be right now trying to figure it out. So we had to start figuring it out. So then that meant that I had to do more learning. That meant I had to do a lot of stuff. I actually had to do a lot more personal development so that I can even understand how and why I was supposed to be doing what I was supposed to be doing. You understand? I went from what? I want to say that from since 2010 till present. The only thing that I did consecutively on a really good term was be sick. That was it. I allowed my multiple sclerosis to. Well, no, I'm not going to say I allowed my multiple sclerosis to do anything, because I actually fought like hell through my multiple sclerosis. I mean, I fought my right side getting weak, and then I fought my legs not moving. I fought through the whole walker situation. I used to have a cane. I mean, I still have a cane. Don't get it twisted. But I walked with it faithfully, like I needed it. It was a leg for me. It kept me good. It kept me grounded, and it kept me up and moving. So yeah, those are all to me. Those to me are all the things that happened within those years. But now I can look at it and I say, well, wow, I feel kind of crazy, because at the end of the day, I really was like on a pause, like on a stuck, and I didn't understand why. But I do remember that the last thing that I was doing before I got sick was I was in the club. Yeah, I was a little bit older, but it was good to be older in the club, because then you got a better understanding of why people were in the club. Most people are not in the club doing what you think they're doing in the club. You only feel like that because your ass ain't never been to the club. So and that's just, you know what I mean. And those are the subtle things that we need to really really work on, because there's a lot of women that just have never been to the club, so that because they've never been to the club, they have like this whole misconstrued conception about the club, the people that work in the club, the people that are in the club, and everything that goes on in it. And they're wrong. Dead wrong. And it's like, if you've never had a conversation, if you never ran across a person, if you've never done any of these things, how in the hell can you stand so strong on the things that people stand on? Like, so that's the breathing of the easy that some people need to do. Now, am I saying that it was the same now as it is now? It was the same then as it is now? No, it's completely different now. It's just horrible now. I just look at it and see, okay, but I can understand what happened. I understand what happened, because now there's like a free for all. Now there is no difference between the regular person on the street and the dancer or the stripper or whatever. You know what I mean? So everyone is the same. They've taken the woman, like the femininity, out of it. They made 5-star bitches bad. That was always great. If you could be a 5-star bitch, that was always cute. However, it was like we were having really hard times getting into boardrooms. We were having hard times getting into regular jobs. You know what I mean? Like, my hair was always in a bun. Like, but that was different It was different. It was different because, like I said, I was grounded in a different type of a way, to the point where God never took his hands off of me. And that's what some people have to realize. Right now, most of us are in wherever we are, doing whatever we're doing, and don't even realize that God really truly already has his hands on you. He's really already working it out in your favor. And the point of it is once you stop to just figure that you're not doing anything, and in that moment, that's when you can release. That's when God's got it. That's when you realize that this thing is not even about you. That's when you can come back and you can actually look around and see what is actually working out for you right now. It's one of the best feelings in the world. What I have to do is I have to be completely honest, completely transparent, and let you know that there's an opportunity out there for you the same way, the same one. God's just waiting. He's literally just waiting to even see if you would like to give it a try. I think that the first thing that people need to do is try it. First, you got to put it in your head that you think that you want to try it. And then if you really think that you put it in your head that you want to try it, you should already think in your head that you're going to try it and you'll smash it. Because anybody that's thinking anything in the head and is not really thinking that you're going to win, or you're thinking that you maybe like do good but not really good, please don't do it. Like, stop playing with you, or stop playing with me. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that. If you're going to set your mind to something, set your mind to it so that we can actually go out and hit it. Set the mark. Let's hit it. Make realistic goals. I heard that. Make realistic goals. Realistic goals are something that you really can't beat. A realistic goal? Hell yeah. Like, I want to do at least 5 book signings by my birthday. My birthday's in August. You heard it first. I'm just saying it, so now it's going to be done. I want to do 5 cities by August. Philadelphia is already one of them. At least one show. So I want 5 cities by August. So that says that if you already have your book, let me know. Put it in the comments, because that says that if you got some people with you, what? Well, it says when two or more are gathered, but I ain't gonna go there with you. Look, they say when 2 or more are gathered in the midst, there is he in the presence. However, if you have more than 2, I'm coming right at you. But no, the way that I really want to do it is I want to make sure that everybody gets a moment. I want to make sure that everybody gets an understanding. I want to make sure that everybody gets the opportunity to meet me. Not that you need to meet me, but it's not about me. It's about the God through me. And I don't know what it is that he does. I don't know how he does it. I just thank God that he chose me to get the job done. And guess what, y'all? I believe that we can get this job done. And if you are with me, that means that you will subscribe to my channel. That means you will like my page. And that means you will send this message. And you will send this message. And you will send this message. We can do this thing. I already see the fact that we have done it. But more of us have to just understand that this is it. You ain't going to get too many more opportunities like this. Yeah, no. Oh yeah. I do need to tell you too. Especially if you are catching me like right now. You know the ATS Business University that I have been talking about, like all year since the pandemic. I mean, some things happened in the pandemic that shut down everything, and I think it was like the way to keep us apart. Like my girlfriend said the other day, it was meant to keep us apart, but a lot of us got closer. And if you're one that got closer, then this is why we're getting closer. Just in a few days, there's going to be a conference, which is called the Mexit Conference. And what the Mexit is all about is the middle class exit. And some people don't even realize how much of an exit we need in these times. And if you do, I'll make sure that I put that somewhere in the chat or something so that you can make sure that you can click on there and you can grab your ticket. I know that it is Friday and Saturday of this week, but it is a lifetime something. So you can have it once you're there, you'll have it forever. And you're going to want it, you're going to need it. The reason why you don't want to keep doing what you've been doing all of these years. You don't want to keep doing what you've seen your parents do all of these years. And the reason why you don't really want to see it being done is because there were so many discrepancies in what was going on. There's so many stories that were not being told in what was going on. There's so many people being misled about what was going on in that moment, in that time, that it becomes so apparent that you just don't want to deal with it. And that is not the answer. That's a trick. That's not an answer. That is a trick. The same way giving you money to make you feel better about who you are in your situations is really not that great of a deal. And I'm sorry, I don't know who this is for, but you need to educate your own children. Your children need to know who they are because you know your heritage, you know your lineage, you know where you came from. And your children deserve to know that too. Now, whatever they do in the schools and stuff like that, I mean, like I said, that stuff's questionable. And in 2021, it's not even really a question anymore. It's almost like to the point where let's just tell the truth, shame the devil, take that shit and get rid of it. Because ain't nobody trying to hear it. And ain't nobody going back the wrong way. Let me explain. Because the one thing that won't happen, or it shouldn't happen. Some people right now are getting caught up in something else, and I really don't even know. Like, I don't know what to say to the person that is doing the violence in the street. If your children, like if your kids, like I don't know. I want to know. I want to know what's wrong. I want to know what's up. I want to know if somebody did something, if it was a beef, like what's going on. Let's fix it. There's a different way to handle things. Like if there's a conflict, we need to resolve it. Okay? Dying in the street, shooting up people, shooting up blocks and all that type of shit. That's not going to be able to happen. Why? Because we need to be able to go back to another part of the world where we'll be able to go outside and be all right, enjoy the sunshine, and don't have to worry about silliness. So this is a real plea. Because I'm willing to talk to you. I want to talk to you. I really want to know what the hell's up. Like I want to know, and if you needed like a translator to get it to the other side or whatever, please Jesus, call me and do something. Inbox me. Do whatever you need to do. Because there's a conversation that need to be had, and we need to have it. You understand? We don't need to be still doing whatever we've been doing and thinking that every day I'm here that 5 people get shot, 6 people died. No. And the news media should stop that. The way that they report the stories is horrible. Because if you listen, can I be honest? The way that I listen to the news, maybe, okay. Y'all do this and see if it works. Everything the news says, I just try to find the good in it. Right? Like why would they report that story? That kind of stuff. But when they get into the car accidents and like the things that you know that God had nothing to do, that God was all in, like the car accidents, that like the car like plunged over like a, you know what I mean, like the median or something, and split into two, and all this other crazy stuff. And the passengers were sent to the hospital, and then and like they report this story like the car just did all this craziness, but they don't gonna tell you that the people made it through it and everything. They're just gonna real quickly just throw off that they are in stable condition at the hospital or something like that. Wait a minute. Did you just tell me that somebody came out of that? Look at the miracles in these things. And that's what we need to start doing when we're looking at the news. Start doing that with what they're giving us. We have the ability to do it. That's the blessing. We have the ability to do it. We just don't know how to do it. And then, like I said, if you up here with me, this is just something for us to catch on to. Why am I doing this? This is for the babies, so that the babies know how to fling, flap, and float. What they say? I like those kids. They said to them, they was Millie whopping, whatever. If you could take the blood and just Millie walk it all over the place, I'm telling you, take Christ and just do it like that. Everything you touch, you know what I mean? Before you know it. But yeah, Mr. Shooter, Mrs. Shooter, Mrs. Fighter, whoever, whatever, man, boy, woman, girl, please holler at your girl. Let's figure it out. Let's laugh about it. Let's talk about it. And let's really, literally get to what we're going to do. I think that would probably be the easiest thing that we can do. And I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Oh, let me know. Make sure you comment make sure you put the comments in the chat, and then let me know about them books, because I'm trying to get there before August. I got 5. Well, I got 4 to go. So who knows? I could be coming to you next. Have a good one.